Welcome back to the Quiet Car Podcast. On today's episode, eBay is finally growing up. Also, it's the Nationals episode 2, trade nights in effect, and
fun part
is the new WNBA rookie royalty. Is that Wembanyama 2.0? Maybe? No? Yeah. But you already know what it is. Your boy Money right here. Yabo on the side. Jerry's on the side of me right now. Also, and Labubu's here. And Labubu's going up. You're going to say that. Labubu is everywhere right now. But.
Everywhere.
Go ahead. Everywhere. You heard it first. But, Jerry, you hit a show this weekend?
Yeah, man. I hit a show and oh god, crap! I got to figure out what the name of the show was.
PokeFest, ain't it?
Ooh, it was something like that. It was something like that. I don't know. I took a screenshot. I'm a terrible person. I go to so many shows, boys and girls. Yes, it was PokeFest, 100%.
Okay.
So PokeFest was run by the Cards and More Tour. And so it's a company that they normally run sports shows, and this was their very first Pokemon show, and it was over at the Embassy Suite. And I'll be honest with you, bro, it was fucking lit. It was lit.
I know it.
So they had a big giant, I want to say ballroom, but it's not a ball. But you know what I'm saying? Like their big room and a little room, and then 2 or 3 hallways. It was ridiculous. And quite literally, when the guy was telling one of my buddies who's a vendor, he goes, yeah, I expect anywhere from 2,000 to 4,000 people. I literally verbatim looked at my buddy in the face. I was like, there's no way. There's no way. Went to the show. I think it happened. I mean, honestly, it was crazy. Now, it kind of does go against what we've been saying, because we've been saying on these whole shows, hey, wrap it up. Let's do what?
2 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
Yeah, something like that, right? So what these people did is they did 10 to 6 each day. Free admission. They had carnival game, free admission, face painting, Pokemon music. They had people cosplaying. They had somebody in like a big giant like Pikachu thing that you could go take your picture with. It was pretty lit. I mean, it was really lit. But I'll tell you, man, just stealing this from Amani, my favorite tactic is to go to a sports show and buy Pokemon. I love going to a Pokemon show and getting sports
cards.
So
what did you pick up, Jerry? I know you picked up some.
Yeah, what did you pick up?
So I don't own it anymore because I already moved it. I literally did not even own it 24 whole hours. But I did pick up a pretty sweet numbered to 25 Juju Watkins auto.
What?
It was a sticker auto, so but now for
that was at the Pokemon show. With a Pokemon vendor
was at the Pokemon show.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
And not only did I pick that up, I also picked up a number to 25 from that same Bowman set.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She's gonna be big in a few weekends at the National Dog.
Yep. It's gonna be huge. Literally, I posted it to my story. I had somebody who was a local who reached out and gave me an offer I couldn't refuse. Hey. I mean, the dude lives 3 streets from me.
Was it set up like Dallas? The show?
Yes.
You said big room, little room, hallways.
Yep. Pretty lit. Pretty lit. And I'll be honest with you. I would like to say for our friends that do shows, he charged the shit out of the dealers, and it was free admission. And there were tons of people. People brought mom, grandma, grandpa, dad's walking around enjoying himself, but grandpa's buying the little girl some cards over here. Or, oh, hey,
Yeah.
I'll tell you, it was crazy. So, shout out Tommy. He was set up right next to a tattoo booth. Yes, boys and girls, you heard me correctly. You could go get a tattoo there.
Were they doing it? Okay.
Now, here's the catch. They had temporary tattoos for the kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Set you up right there. They had super cheap temporary tattoo options, and then they had super complex, but it was like $10. But I mean, literally insane.
Wow.
And I'll tell you, man, it really there were very little dead spaces. And what I mean is I normally carry around the Rolly, right? And Marcus, I tell you, it was so cram-packed in there. I was like, no. I'm going to ditch the Rolly, throw everything in the zip binder. So I've got like top loader binder filled with slabs, filled with cards. It was just easier to move around.
Right.
I mean, thank goodness the fire marshal didn't show up, because I don't know if it could have squeaked by, because damn, it was a good show.
be like the what was it? The Aviator was packed like that.
My God, like very,
at
very,
Nationals.
very similar. It
Wow.
was insane. Now, one thing I will say with the tattoo thing, and then I'll jump off of it, I thought the temporary tattoo was such a play. I can't tell you how many of those dealers were just sitting there on day 2 and they're just bullshitting with their buddies. He's like, bro, you won't go get a temporary neck tattoo. I'll pay for it. And this dude comes and gets a big, giant temporary neck piece. And it's just some giant Pokemon something. He's like, whatever. And then some dude's in the corner getting a real Blastoise tattooed on him, like real life tattoo.
Dang.
And so I feel like it was like I want to say a husband-wife setup.
Were they local?
Daughter? No. So they traveled with this group, and that's all they do.
Okay. I agree with that.
And I'll be honest with you. The next time it comes around, you guys both should set up. Now, shout out to Jeff Cardmaster. He set up and he had a bunch of sports, and he said, he had good deals come across the table, but he said, very few people were looking at sports, right?
Mm-hmm.
But everybody stopped at his fucking table because he was literally like, it was him and like one other guy, right? I mean, Dad's over there like, man, Tom Glavine, I'm into this. He's like, what the hell is a Labubu? Like, I don't know.
That's
so,
crazy.
it is great to be the vendor that is the opposite of the show.
The show, yeah.
And what were the like table fees? You aware?
I think he charged $150 per table
a day.
And hold on, and it gets better. This is where all the other people could listen and learn too. It was $150 per table, but it was first come, first serve. Unless you had a sponsor table, then you got to pick your spot out. If you wanted to show up late, whatever table's left is what your table is. But if you show up on time and you show up early, and you want to sit in the corner or you want to be in the middle,
you get premium.
Yep.
Oh, is it 150
flat
for both days?
Yep. Not bad at all.
Not bad at all.
Not bad at all. $150 for both days,
and didn't charge any admission.
See,
at
that's
all.
what you're saying.
And I mean, probably the downfall with that particular place is parking, because we are talking about downtown of a super busy downtown place. But outside of that, it was one of the best shows I've ever had here in Huntsville.
But besides that, even the one at the BBC is parking issues.
I'll be honest with you. I think the VBC is a lock. I like the VBC because
like the
I don't
parking
think
deck
there are
across the
that
street.
many parking issues. I mean, you could park across the street.
Yeah.
Dog, I'm talking, I parked in the middle of BFE and I hiked. Boys and girls, if you don't know what BFE is, just Google it. You'll
What do you have to go that far for?
There was no parking spots because the
Hold on.
fucking place was filled.
And then
Amani, there was like 2,000 plus folks in there. Mom, grandma, grandpa, bro.
It was packed.
They were
So
rolling deep.
So you think he's gonna have to move it out of there?
No, it's just they were doing construction on a portion of that, so not all.
Oh, well, okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
But for this particular one, but yeah, it was crazy.
You know that
Sound like a good time.
But I love that idea of show up on time. And okay, here's the very last part of that. And this is going to piss off some dealers. And I won't point any fingers, but when they're listening, they'll know. If you showed up late, he said you had to be set up and done by 9:30. If you showed up any later than that, he wouldn't let you set up and you could come back and try again the next day. No refund.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to
show up on time.
So you have to pay.
Yeah.
Do you have to pay him ahead advance, or do you have to pay him like at the door? That's another thing. It's like you don't know about that, but
I don't know about that. I know what table cost was. Well, that was a non-sponsor table, so I don't know what a sponsor table was.
I don't know.
It really, for every time. Okay, so say when we've set up at the Scottsboro show, right? You see some of them guys coming in fucking 10 minutes before the show starts.
I know. Yeah, I know. Same way at VBC.
Same way, yeah. Same way.
They'll come in after the show started.
Yeah.
Just yeah, no. It's like, bro, I get it. Especially, listen, like we're about to go to Chicago. We're about to go to National. We're about to like stay up all damn night, right?
Mm-hmm.
But, bro, if we're talking about a 2-day show in Huntsville, come on, fam, show up on time. Yeah, okay, hey, flat tire, whatever, cool excuse, right?
No,
but if you just don't give a damn,
Come on.
but I thought it was playing
out.
Listen,
Yeah,
the second day I saw 2 empty tables and I literally giggled and was like, oh, I guess either they got bought out or they just said, oh shit, I can't get there on time.
Can't get there. Man.
And you best believe, guess what was happening at them tables?
People sit up behind us. I put their stuff on the tables.
Hell yeah, they over there doing deals and steals.
Yeah. Deals and
speaking
steals.
on the time, I think with that is that you just have to know your show.
The other thing, 3 or 4 different news stations were invited up there.
Man, come on.
Did y'all not see Fox's little piece about it? Yeah, I'll send that to you.
Oh, really?
Okay, yeah, I know that.
Okay, that's what's up. They should.
And the craziest part is the guy who's running this used to do, to what I understand, I might not be 100% correct, but he was doing marketing for like a big baseball team, and I think it was the Dodgers, is what was said, which it totally makes sense because he targeted women from 25 to 45 with children, because when you go through the event flyer, it doesn't have, it's not like cards are the big thing. It's like face painting, cosplay, this. And then at the very end, cards.
Did they have a cosplay contest?
Yeah, the whole 9.
There it is. Yeah.
I mean, listen.
Gotta bring folks out, man.
Yes, that
Get
was the
people
thing
to
we saw in
participate.
Atlanta
Right.
at CCS.
Oh yeah, yep, that was true. Everybody was
Yeah.
out over there. Yeah.
So,
Dang.
I saw some of those cosplays, man. Be wild, dog.
I love it.
Also, one last thing I would like to mention. You remember me telling you this fun story? We were talking about it on live, Amani.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yep. So, boys and girls, it costs $0 to be kind. And catch this. And if you do it, you might make some money too.
On the stream.
I had an individual come to me with crazy heat. We're talking Moonbreons, 151 Charizards, VMAX Gengar, the nastiest of the nasty Pokemon. And they were all in 10s. However, this gentleman said he liked the AI grading, so he went with tag. So he comes to me and I said, hey, bro, I got a Chicago trip. I can get close to that number, but I can't get all the way. Let me take you to a guy. So I take him to dealer number 1. Dealer number 1 opens up this guy, which he had a slab binder, which was so sick. But he said he had it for 2 weeks and the pages already tore. So skip out on it. But
it's heavy. It's heavy.
Heavy as fuck.
Yeah.
But, when those first 2 pages, you've got Moonbreon, this. I mean, you're looking at just crazy money. Well, dealer number 1, not even 30 seconds, looks at it, folds it up, and goes, yeah, I don't do slab. Didn't ask price. Didn't ask what you wanted. Just shrugged his shoulders and literally said, no, I can move CGC easier.
Huh.
Dang.
And I was like, okay. And so I took this same gentleman to dealer number 2. Dealer number 2 is another great buddy. Shout out, super great guy. If he's listening, he knows who he is because he made money off of kindness. Bro, he picked up 4 or 5, maybe 6 things and included the Moonbreon and included some other just crazy $200-$300 stuff, right? Now, I'm not going to say the gentleman's price on here. I told it to Amani, and Amani literally shit a brick. He goes, what? Dealer number 1 passed on that price? And I said,
that was
bro,
for
we were
all
going
of
to
them.
Chicago, and that was for all of them. Those are
all of them.
And I mean, it was just barely above. And it was just crazy. And the best part was I went to dealer number 1. I was like, bro, why are you being an asshole? I said, I took dude, over here. He's like, and I'd go, this is the price that he sold this, and this for. Well, dealer's number 1's face his jaw dropped. He goes, wait, what? And I go, yeah, motherfucker. That's why I tried to bring him to you, and you were being mean to people.
First and foremost, right?
Yeah. I said, look, I thought about you, and you're over here like, the best part is day 2, I see some of that gentleman's tag slabs, and I go over to dealer number 2. I said, hey, did you already move those? He said, I sold everything. Oh my God, I made so much more than I even expected.
Dang.
Kindness cost $0.
Yep.
Free 99.
Make a profit.
Free 99. Free 99. So, Gable, how was your 4th of July?
It was excellent, man. In the sun. Getting the tan on, getting some sun rays on. I like to get my foot tan on in the summertime, man. So
what?
Yeah, my foot
Do you-
tan,
do you-
like with your
you
flip
just
flop
stick your-
tan.
Oh,
Okay.
you stick your feet up.
Yeah, with you have your flip flops on though. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But anyway, man, it was good, man.
Got all your fingers and toes?
Yeah, man. Look, I
That's
be
the
on the
important
road.
part. Let's get real, y'all.
Check it. I be on the road, yo, and I be hitting up, little thrift stores here and there.
What you
And
get?
so yeah, man, got some very nice records, albums in Barnwell, South Carolina. So yeah, man, some good stuff from there. Not so much cards, but Yeah, vinyl, man. That was the spot. Sliding the Family Stone, who's pretty big with a lot of hip hop heads and stuff, like samples from Sly and Family Stone back in the day. But yeah, man, it's been good holidays, hanging out, fam in town,
That's right. Barbecuing
some New
and
York. No, we
fireworks.
didn't barbecue.
What y'all do?
Man, my uncle, he God bless him. My uncle, my dad's brother, the oldest. Yeah, he was a patriarch. And yeah, man, he catered. He brought food up in a his Dodge truck.
Just showed up
Yeah,
with pans.
man, showed up with pans, bro. Ribs,
I
chicken,
mean,
beans,
I mean,
bread, pies,
that's the
multiple
best.
pies.
Yeah, that's the best way to go.
Yeah, 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 man. So my aunt, my cousin, they came with some more pies, man. So it was a good time, man. Didn't have to, do no cooking, just eat and fellowship, catch
All
up.
right,
You
all
don't see
right.
the fam in so long, man. You got to catch up.
I do want to
So,
I want to say this about 4th of July. Joey Chestnut was back 4th of July. So we
Back with a
so
vengeance.
if anybody want back with a vengeance, if you want to see any news on that, we covered all that last year. Him not showing up and how devastating that was. And hey,
man, they can't miss
you
those viewers, man.
you never know who's listening to the podcast, and
You
was
can't miss
like
those viewers.
dropping checks, dropping
yo,
checks.
before we got on the road though to go to South Carolina, man,
Mm.
Gabriella bust open some a blaster box of
A Prism.
2024 Prism WNBA.
Let's talk
Yeah,
about
man.
it.
She was nasty with it, man. Like
CC's
she always she did she pulled one CC, and
out of 12 boxes.
no, this was just one
Oh,
box.
one box. Okay, all
Yeah,
right.
we did one box down the road. She got 15 boxes left.
Dang.
Yeah, but she pulled one CC and then pulled green and I think an orange Angel Reese, which is her personal collection.
Need
One
that.
box. So yeah, man, she did good. She
Okay.
did good.
Dang.
No, I eating some autos. She got a knack for pulling some autos, so we'll see.
I think you got the last. I feel like you got the last Prism forever. I forgot what they
I
look
hadn't
like.
seen man. It was those boxes at one time, and I had to
Look,
I had to pop
when Jerry calls me on boxing, the first thing I ask is they ain't WNBA. No.
Fact.
Yo,
Never.
cause you remember I sent y'all. I felt kind of bad, man, cause I was like, yo, I don't never see
What
these.
Jerry? What do we say? He said it was a whole bunch of this Walmart. What do we tell him? Turn it back around.
Here's the craziest part. He always sees the ones and it goes, oh, hey, here's the little $15 sticker. No big deal. I
I
can't
know.
find that. That don't
I
exist in Huntsville.
They
That don't
stopped
exist
making
in
those
Huntsville.
stickers. They
Yeah,
stopped
they
making.
stopped.
Listen,
No,
I
they
think
said
they heard
no.
us, man. They stopped.
there's
For real.
Marco said, yeah, I'll take 6 pallets worth. Yeah, I'll bring the truck
I mean,
back. You could just load it from the ramp.
Man, I was buying all the $10 blasters of WNBA. All of
can't
them.
find it no more.
You can't.
All them blasters are gone. I remember they used to be on the shelves forever. You just go in there, get a couple, come back next week, get a couple. You know what I'm saying? Nah.
Nah.
When that select came out, I remember I saw one of the green boxes of the WNBA with no sticker on it, and they wanted full price. I said, "All right, Walton.
Yeah,
all right, Walton.
they know now, huh?
They know now. Ain't no more of that. Ain't no more of that.
Man, that's crazy.
So I hope everybody had a good 4th of July
Yeah,
out
man.
there.
Where in the world were you, Bo?
I was in Atlanta. I was at
18.
my cousin's reception. Shout out to them. It was on Shamrock Reserve or Lake or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And so we did that. That was very interesting. So shout out to good to see family and friends in Atlanta and stuff
No doubt.
over there. So
Chance you good.
had matcha again. Shout out to
matcha.
Yeah. Shout out, you know what I'm saying? She was like, "Oh yeah, you should definitely drink this matcha." You know me, I just,
rather not.
Still tastes like grass. Still tastes like freshly cut grass.
It still tastes like grass.
Garbage.
Smell like grass. Smell like grass that has recently cried.
Ugh, disgusting. But it was, like I said, it was good. DJ'd at the thing. So that was
you was playing some the big large. My man.
I was trying to figure out. So it was funny. I was trying to figure out the crowd. So so I was playing some safe music, this and this, playing some, some Isley Brothers.
Frankie Beverly and Maze.
Frankie Beverly Maze, just kind of stuff like that. Kind of threw some like Chris Brown heat in there, this and this, and then I hit it with the Gunner.
Wow!
And I was like, let me just see.
Quick.
I said, let me see what this is about. Oh, okay. I wanna turn it up. All right. Bam, just hitting them all like new stuff. You know what I'm saying? So then I played that. It was crazy. I actually played the clips.
Yes.
I played that in there.
Just
to kind of like put it in, just see it. And everybody was like, yo, So I did that. But like I said, shout out to everybody listening. Hope you had a good 4th. But we are finna go to the news that everybody is flipping on right now, and that is,
oh my god, I hate this. They're ruining the hobby.
So so make sure I bring this up and talk about this right. But on eBay, apparently now there are, can we say testing, right? I guess they're testing.
I think they're actually implementing it, but
okay. So basically what they're doing is they're extending the auction bids with a final 2 minutes on it. So basically, what this is, if anybody watches the show on Sunday, the Auction Your Way,
been doing this.
Been doing that. So basically, what this is on eBay, when a bid is about to be over with, it's just over with. That's it. So you better get in there last 10 seconds, 5 seconds, and put your bid in there, and you're fighting. You know what I'm saying?
You got the people hitting the quick scopes, the snipers. Yeah.
But
pew pew.
Just to break it down a little bit right now, they're wanting, and if I'm not mistaken, I think they're testing this with DC Sports 87. 87, I believe.
87.
And so what they're
going to do,
they're going to implement it just to see, if they can if it'll work out or not. So Jerry's the eBay legend on here. Here's what I guess everybody's asking. Is this a good thing or a bad thing that they're doing this?
I mean, in my opinion, I think it's a good thing. I think you're going to get honest prices. I mean, haven't you guys had the experience of like bidding on something and then your internet messes up and the item's gone? I mean, or say you're going for something on your phone and you run out of service.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. I get it.
But I think what the thing is I'm seeing this all over the place.
Fanatics Collect is already doing it. Heritage is already doing it. Golden. If you want to be a top tier product, you have to have a top tier experience. And having some jerk with a bot come bid snipe you in the last 10 seconds of an auction fucking sucks.
I mean, it really sounds like the industry standard, if you will, if so many companies have.
I think eBay was the only one still doing the how they was ending auctions. I think they was the only ones, because even Alt does it also. There's no.
I mean, I get it. Like, some people late to the party, man. So glad they finally made it.
Yeah.
Well, and listen, because I've already had people, in the DMs, like, oh, this is gonna ruin eBay. This is bad. And it's like, I'll be honest, I don't. I think it's gonna give you a better idea instead of, you're looking at completed sales of an item with somebody, and they're like, oh, well, look at this one that did $30 and it's normally 50, 75, right?
Yeah.
And you go, yeah, but look what time it ended. It ended at like 3 p.m. Like, so, it's not going to be perfect.
Right.
But at the same time, I don't think we're ruining the hobby. I mean, Jesus, people, this is what the big boys are doing when they go, hey, if you're going to spend money with us, you have to prove to us you can pay for it. That's what all these people are doing. So why do anything different?
Yeah.
I'm thinking right now, thinking about this off the top of my head, hat on right now. I think DC Sports went up to the eBay people and was like, look, you got to change this timing. And I think they have to be pushing this to them, because why would eBay just all of a sudden, if it's they're so high and mighty. If I'm not mistaken, let me know if I'm whatever. I feel like they're so high and mighty that it's like, we don't need to do this. Doesn't matter with us.
No, I see. I'll say you're wrong on that. In my thoughts, I see this as a pivot.
Okay.
So, meaning, like, if you're the one platform on the internet where you can be a jerk and bid snipe people and nowhere else it happens, maybe it's a pivot to go, hey, why are all these other places getting business? Now, the next thing is going to be the shill bidding. I personally think if you were going to make a bid, you should already be locked for that payment. 100%. So if I'm bidding on Amani's, he's got a card up for 100 and I bid it all the way up and it gets to 110, you should still have to pay for it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I thought they not resolved it, but
no, it's
at
still,
all still,
bro. Now, to say it doesn't happen on other platforms would be, you can't say that. It's definitely happening everywhere. That's unfortunately the only real kind of bad part with the hobby is it's going to be, Yabo's selling something and I know he's selling something. So let me go bid. Like a lot of that happens, man. I'm not going to lie to you. You hear stories all the time where guys are, oh, that's why you got to have a second eBay account. Or no, I'm so sick of that. I mean, literally, I don't know.
But how's the thing with the shill bidding? How do they even combat that?
To enter a bid, you have to enter a debit or credit card. If you bid, it is a legally binding contract. Just like when I choose to sell you something and I hit that accept button that says, I'm going to take your money, that's a legally binding contract.
I mean, yeah.
Instead of Jerry over here selling his own item, and I'm like, look, this is $100 Labubu, and I need to make it 150. Bid. Oh my gosh. And it happens. So I think that's going to be really the next big pivot because there's not a lot of unpaid buyers over there on other platforms. I mean, it does happen, but not as much.
It does happen. But I mean, what's the punishment? Like, what are you going? Like, only thing you can. I mean, for what you going to kick them off, or
you can block their IP?
Yeah, if you can tie it back to the IP or their
they're just block your IP.
Yeah, but then I'm changing it.
Well, I mean, they get their name, their address, other credentials, maybe. Yeah, I thought about that for the dude that they banned, the one that was heckling Ketel Marte at the baseball game. Talking about his mother that just recently passed.
Oh, yeah. Jerry,
I
did
was
you hear
wondering
this?
how all of. So the dude, like his mom, like passed recently, and the guy kept heckling him, his mom, like during the game, man. And then he finally got to Marte, and he started crying. Teammates.
He was up at bat, right?
I mean, yeah, they were doing this at the whole game, but it finally got to him at that bat. But yeah. They banned him, man. All the stadiums. Like, I'm wondering how they do that. Like, by
they have
name,
face recognition.
Face recognition.
Yeah, they got face recognition.
But
probably not need to see that damn star ID too.
That damn star ID, Jay. All about it. But yeah, man,
Alabama.
They got to be away though, man. So I mean, that was damn. That's what he get though, man, for like talking bad about somebody.
No, that was crazy on there. And for even like the other team to just like react on that too.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, but then it's like, I don't know, I just feel that even if eBay, bans, one guy, I mean, you think these people are using alternate IPs and doing all this other stuff? And
I mean, they're gonna try. I mean,
they're gonna try. That's the thing.
You can attempt for sure, but not everybody is the tech genius that you think. I mean, no, quite literally, bro. Listen, I went to a damn comedy show the other night, and they've got a part where it's like a trivia section, and it's like the whole crowd can join. And so you just have to scan this QR code. I can't tell you how many people over there are like, and like the lady was like, listen, if you brought somebody who's elderly and can't figure out QR codes, they're your problem, not mine. Come on.
Dude, if you can't scan, let me tell you something. That's anybody that's listening. If you can't scan a QR code now, just stay at home. Please.
Oh, man.
Just stay at home.
They did make it a lot simpler. They sure did.
It's way easier if you got an iPhone.
Tell me again.
Even with the Android, just point.
It's a little 3 extra steps.
Yeah.
On the accepting part of it. That's all it is. Shout out to Apple. And don't be getting on here. Don't be getting in the comments talking about Pro Max stands and stuff. We already know what's going on.
Yeah.
Apple's still the Louis Vuitton and Versace of a phone. So
big facts. Okay. Now, as I'm a hater, I literally own both. Like I have an Apple and an Android. So
hey man, the Android is.
But do we know what's king? Do we know what does best? It is the Apple.
Yeah, shout out to Apple. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need a Oh, also, like I said, speaking of Apple, we are definitely on the Apple podcast. So definitely give us a like on there.
Are we saying it is time to pay some rent? I think we need.
It's definitely time to pay some rent, and we're definitely paying some rent with Connect Collect, where branding becomes a statement. We don't just design accessories. We turn your brand into a bold, wearable expression of who you are and the business that you run. At Connect Collect, your logo gets the VIP treatment, a custom chain crafted with care featuring a slab-graded sports card right in the center. It's unique, it's collectible, and it's unforgettable. But we don't stop there. Our modular spinning towers are built to display pieces with museum-level presence. Whenever it's in your office or at your booth or part of your personal collection, this is about more than flexing. It's about storytelling through design, merging culture, craft, and collectibles in one standout statement. Ready to take your brand to the next level? Visit connectcollect.shop or use the code QUIET20. That's QUIET, the number 20. That's 20 for 20% off your first order. Connect Collect, where logos meet luxury and branding becomes a statement.
Yes.
Yabo, you got
20% off. They're basically free, right?
How about that, man?
Yabo, you got any announcements?
No,
Whatnots
not
or
so,
anything?
man. We're steady to the grind, man. Fresh back from vacation. Really not even done with it, man. So I don't think I'll be getting in at whatnot. Gotta get back on it. Boy up.
Marcus, lean into your phone. I think your audio is picking up from your phone.
You're
not
cutting
your,
off a
not
little
your
bit.
AirPods.
Probably that. Maybe that hat's covering it.
Maybe. Y'all hear me better now?
No, a little cut off a little bit.
Yeah, it's still cutting out.
But yeah,
Yep.
no whatnots this week, man. Too much travel. Yeah.
Okay. Jerry, got any announcements?
I am currently accepting consignments to sell in Chicago.
Ooh, say that again.
Girls.
Say that again. Woo! Woo! Here we go.
Hey,
boys and girls, listen. Give me a reason to take a rolly case.
Right.
Give me a reason to take a rolly case. I literally was just talking to Amani about this. I was like, I want to backpack the show, but I don't want to carry around a Zion. Last time I did that at the very first national, it was awful. My hands hurt so bad because you don't think about it, but all day you're just sitting there holding. Totally sucks. Totally sucks. So yeah, boys and girls, if you can get with me because we leave. God, what is the day we leave?
30th on Wednesday. The 30th.
All right, so that means you would need to be with me, and if you're not a local, we need to work this out ASAP because I know I've had 2 or 3 people reach out. But cutoff date is going to be that Saturday, July 26th. If you're a local, I'll let you hit Sunday, Monday if you can bring it to me. Outside of that, reach out to me. Instagram, TikTok, everywhere.
What's your Instagram?
Jerry.
I know, but for audio listeners, yeah.
Oh, correct. For our audio listeners, it is literally Jerry.Petrie. And it's the only platform that I don't have just Jerry Petrie. But yeah, reach out, boys and girls. Let me sell some stuff for you. Let's make some money.
And also, I can definitely vouch for that. We went up to Ohio for Grove City and did your first. Was it your first like real consignment? I guess we could say, yeah. And
real official. I've been doing it for a hot minute, but this first one was for a real official. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. The guy listen. He amazed the guy he was consigning for. Like, would have probably baked him a pie.
I called him 2 or 3 times and I said, "Hey, real quick, this is the number, this is the offer, this is the thing. Yep. Yes, no, yes, pop." And then there was a few other ones where I'm like, "Hey, go check your Cash App." And he goes, "Dear God!" I said, "Okay, you got that?" He goes, I said like 6 things. He goes, "Thanks." I said, "I'll send you a picture in a minute. I just needed to make sure you got it." All right, here you go. Shook hands, pass off.
So hit up Jerry on that. Like I said, we're going to the national. Yeah, speaking of the national, like I said, follow
Wednesday
us
to Sunday.
if anybody is listening right now, follow us on Twitch at the Quiet Car Podcast and Kick. Also, the Quiet Car Podcast also on those. We are going to be IRL streaming. We're going to do a subathon. Basically, that whole time we at the National, we're going to push 24-hour sub. Like, it's going to be, cameras don't even go off even when we sleep. We're going to push it until we can't push it. We're going to figure all that out. So we're going to be IRL streaming. So if you can join us, if you want to know what's it like behind the scenes, anything like that, even when we go out to Chicago, follow us on Kick and Twitch for the Quiet Car Podcast also. Okay, so definitely going to be IRL streaming. And also, we're also going to have some national giveaways at the National. So more information on that. And got a little surprise coming for you probably next couple weeks. So keep your eyes, ears open for that. Yeah, so I think that's it for the National. So now, like I said, this is part 2 of our national shows we do every year. Like I said, if you listen to last week, we were definitely talking about how to use deodorant and not smell as bad. Okay, so shout out to everybody that commented on that. If you stink,
you pay full comps. Just so you know.
Funk.
This like I said, so this episode is basically for everybody who's, like I said, these episodes are made for people that are thinking about going to the National or have been to the National. Okay, so we don't want no comments going, well, you can do this. Okay, listen, if you want to put your 2 cents in, take it out.
No, you can put it in the comments.
You can put it in the comments, yes. But don't be out here going, y'all are, whatever. So, on this episode, we're gonna discuss trade nights at the National. Okay? Because just like we talked about the show last week, the show can definitely be overwhelming. You've been there first time if you don't have a strategy. It's the same with these trade nights. Now, the thing about the trade nights is that one thing that I love about Chicago is that every major trade night is walking distance from the convention center. Period. So, if you don't know, the show is actually in Rosemont, which is about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour outside of Chicago, which is North Chicago. O'Hare is there and all this other stuff. So the convention center is surrounded by hotels.
Beautiful.
Okay?
Yeah.
The thing about these trade nights, like I said, the National going to have their own major trade night. Yes.
Yeah.
But a lot of people showing up there is going to have multiple trade nights, multiple days at multiple hotels. Shout out to the Lowe's. That probably won't be the one right there. But we're here to discuss what's the strategy that you can use at these trade nights. Now, you go to the show, you have fun in the show. Like I said, for us, it's like take your time. If you're going there for a whole 4 days, 5 days, 3 days, take your time, understand what's going on. But the trade night is something special.
It's serious. Now, it's the best.
Now, if you've been to a trade night, you have the basic show up, pizza, popcorn, drinks, you find a table, this and this. At the National trade.
But what do you do when you find a table, though? That's what we're going to tell you.
Yes. Now, here's the deal. We're going to give an example at the Lowe's because that's just probably going to be where it's at. And we already know. Okay. Here's the deal. Now, everybody has their own different strategies, but this is what we're going to do. Okay. We're going to go to each trade night every night. We're looking for trade nights already. Who's going to do like unique trade nights, this and this, but we're basically going to be at the Lowe's. And I think the Garden Inn also had a trade night there. But like I said, you go there, you leave the show, get you some food. Okay, get you some energy drinks. Get you something that's gonna keep you up
Pre-order
all
your
night.
pizza.
Because let me tell you
You're
something.
gonna be waiting an hour
These
plus.
if you get
it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people there to feed. Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
So like I said, and this ain't no look. These trade nights don't end at no 9, 10 o'clock. We're just gonna say that.
The sun literally has been up for hours when these end.
So
of course. Oh,
just
yeah.
make sure that. So I would say my strategy for these trade nights is, hop around. Know where the trade nights is at, especially that Friday and Saturday is where the major trade nights is at.
Yeah.
Hop around, go up and down the street. If you can stay there, if you can stay right in front of the Rosemont, okay, strategize to stay in front of the Rosemont, just walking down the street. So, like I said, that pickup circle place that's going to be there is going to be crazy crowded over there. So just understand that, like I said, when you go to a trade night, make sure that number one, you know the prices of your cards. Number one, and what you want for your cards.
Have them stickered. Why not?
Have them stickered.
Yes. Dear
Yeah.
God, sticker your cards. That's one of the things.
Even at trade nights.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So that's one of the things I've been keeping on me, especially with my top loader binder. I try to keep penny sleeves, a few top loaders if I can, but I keep the price stickers because, bro,
Yep.
I hate. That's one of the things I hate, walking up to a dealer and you have no prices. If you're a giant booth, I get it a little bit, maybe. If you got one table and one showcase,
Yeah.
you can sticker everything in there.
Have some numbers, yeah. Thank you.
And have realistic numbers. So this is just my personal tactic. If I'm selling $100 card, like it sells 10 times on eBay for $100. And obviously, you got to buy at margins where you can make money.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I love having that thing priced at $85, $90, 10, $15 cheaper. That way they look and I want you to go to this website, 130 Point, and comp it out and literally go, damn, the last 10 sales are $100. Yes.
Yeah.
And I got mine for 85. And no, I'm not coming down because it's cheaper already.
No, I got you already.
Don't rush it.
Basically.
No, don't rush it. But yeah, sticker your stuff. Even if you have multiple stuff in your case, just sticker it.
Yeah. Because
you
got sports, Marvel, Pokemon.
Well, see, I'll tell you one of the things I like doing with my stickers, and this is what I did with the Angel, or not the Angel, but the Juju that I had. I literally wrote the price on it, and then had a little slash number to 25. And when I'm sitting there walking around, people go, "Oh, this is numbered to 25," and you go, "Yeah, right there," and they go, "Oh my God, this is numbered to 25 and an auto." Yes, it is. That's my price.
Information you can on a sticker.
Yeah.
Correct.
Put as much information on there, and like I said,
no doubt.
It makes the
deals go faster. That's the other thing. The more resistance you have in a deal, the less likely it is for the deal to be done. When I have 20 cards, right, and they all have prices, and you're going through and you're like, man, these first 7, everything is under eBay comps. You know what the guy's going to do with the next couple of cards? Yeah, I believe it. Okay, I want to pay this number, right? But when you put a crazy ass $1,000 sticker on a $300 item, you are adding so much friction to that deal. It's not going to get done.
Nope.
Yeah. We're starting way too far apart to begin with.
Yeah, they're gonna walk away.
Yeah, for sure.
They're gonna walk away. But like I said, if you're looking at something, and if you even don't agree on the price, I'm still giving you my number.
Correct. And and I'll even explain why I came to that number. When I sold the Juju this weekend, I literally said, "Hey, here's the last 3 sales. Here's the average. It's numbered to 25. I'm a smidgen on the high side." Oh, okay, that's still cheaper than the high comp. Yeah, and it's cheaper than the high comp, and it's higher than the low comp.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I made money, and
Hey,
he's got wiggle.
Happy medium.
Yeah.
Happy medium, man. That's what it's all about. If you can get there, man, that's like the most beautiful thing in the course of a day to get the deal done like that.
Well, and one of the things I think I've really come to discover this year is I personally enjoy being a B2B business. I want to be a business to business operation because it's just so much less bullshit. Now, to be a B2C, business to customer, you're going to get way higher profits, boys and girls.
Yep.
Going back to this $100 card, right? You're going to just put a $100 sticker on it, and it's going to move for $100, right? But when I'm sitting here going, "Hey, I've got all this price below eBay, and I'm going to give you a cut off of that number if you're going to buy it," because listen, the bigger the pile, the better the deal. Doesn't matter what language, what show, sports, Pokemon, nonsense. The bigger the bigger the pile, the better the deal.
Yeah, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. And if you got your stuff priced, like you're talking about, people are gonna start stacking cards
correct.
and
But see, that's where
adding them up.
That's where I prefer to buy from vendors and sell to vendors because it's just so much less haggle. I can literally look at somebody and go, "No, I paid more. You can't find one right now. Good luck." And they're like, "Man," and they come at you with a higher offer. And you go, "No. Yes, no. Do you want it at this $100 price point? You're not going to find another."
Nope.
Crap. Come on. Yeah,
good luck. Right.
Good luck. But you can't do that with a base card. We can do that with one-on-ones.
No.
You can do that with crazy stuff. But come on, boys and girls. We can't put $1,000 stickers on $300 cards. If I can go buy 10 every day,
that's wild.
Well, I'm just using an example.
But that does happen though.
All the time.
It does.
Every show. Every show, bro. I mean,
people listening and going,
what is that?
$1,000 and with a 300, it was $300 card, put $1,000 on it. People are going like, "Whoa!" But it happens.
So this actually happened this weekend. There was a super interesting Alakazam card that I wanted. TCG play, and it was damaged. I mean, bro, this thing was bent. I mean, it. There ain't no fixing it. It's 100% damage, right? And so I'm sitting there, and this guy's got 2-3 tables, so he's broke some bread to be there, right?
Yeah.
And I go, "Hey man, what do you use to price?" He goes, "Oh, I use TCG." I was like, "Oh, that's cool. So I start looking at stuff because I was making a pile, and I'm sitting there going, "Wait, why does this have a $38 sticker on it?" And I look it up on TCG, and it is 100% a $20 card for sure.
Yeah.
But to which I asked the guy, I said, "How do you price?" He goes, "Oh, I use TCG." And I said, "Well, what about this damaged one?" He goes, "Well, on a near mint one, it's this price. So I just figured I would cut it in half."
Yeah.
Cool. That's not how that works.
Pay attention.
And so I had spent all this time.
That's crazy.
I had made a big ass pile. I had a pocket full of cash, and literally I just got cashed out on the Juju. So I'm in there trying to like raise some fucking bread, right? And I'm sitting there, and it's like, okay, friction here. And then I'm like, there's only one card this guy even had comp decently. And I was like, I want everything. I don't want to just buy one thing. A deal did not happen.
Here's a question I just thought of, what you're saying right now. At the National, can you take more risk on selling high end cards? More of a risk than you would any other year, any other time of the year.
No. And for me, and I'll go first, and we can all hit this because this is a great question. So I'll say no for me. It's not the profit margins I like. I literally watched a video the other day. This guy goes, man, I spent $12,000. Let me go over here at Dallas and go sell it to the homies, which shout out. He did sell it to Card Sharks, the OGs.
Yes.
But, he sold it and he made $500 on it. Yay. And I'm sitting there going, to risk 12,000 to make 500 does not sound like the profits I like. I'm the guy who's eating at the $5 and $20 bins. I'm getting hamburger helper sized meals. Like, feed me up. Because I feel like, okay, even if I drop 200 and I mess up, right? Okay, that's 200. Bro, you messed up a Toyota Corolla money. And this is a Honda podcast, but damn, like
it's not
12 racks to make 5. Just the math ain't mathing.
Yeah, that ain't the margins we talking about right there. That's too much risk for too little reward, bro.
I would completely agree. Agree. Now to kind of counter what I just said, if you're going to do it, that's the one place on the planet to do it. 100%. I'm not going to Dallas. I'm doing all that at National. 100%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the money's going to be in the room. People literally fly internationally to be there.
Yeah.
Because, listen, that's the reason why I don't get into the downtowns. Because the margins of sale is just ain't there. It just ain't there. And it's so high, and they sell so quick and so much at once. I just rather just don't even mess with it. Now, if I find a deal on one, it's different. But you're not gonna find no $200 downtowns at all.
Not of anybody you want.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So, but also, like I said, so what?
I had one Jaden Daniels that I probably should have got in Columbus, Georgia. Remember that?
Nah, just let him get hurt.
I do remember that. You should have hopped on that one.
Probably ain't gonna be no cheaper. I don't know. We had to see. I'm gonna check that, Jerry. I'm gonna let you know.
And that was and the crazy part is that besides the Falcons stopping them, Commanders have a real chance of
who's gonna stop them? Because it ain't the Falcons.
Yes, the Falcons is.
What are you talking about?
In 2025?
Ain't about to happen.
I'm doing my research right now. Falcons.
Hey, we're gonna have we're gonna put some slabs on the line, Jerry.
I ain't got a problem with that.
Hey, we're gonna put some slabs on the line.
Ooh, can't wait for that.
I was just gonna use money, but yeah.
Yeah.
Works for me.
That's what I'm talking about.
20 grand.
That they are not gonna win, and I will double down on it today. Where do I sign my check? I'll have my people reach out to your people.
Like I said, that will be on the. We can have that discussion on the.
Now hold on,
football
real quick.
Show that's coming up.
Hold on. The Commanders still ain't going to the Super Bowl either, though. So let's get it right. Neither of them are.
Whatever, man.
We know who the referees love.
I don't know because listen, when I look back to the Kansas City and what they drafted,
yeah,
they didn't do a good job.
Because you didn't get to see them draft all them damn referees. What
They
are
didn't
you
do good.
talking about?
I think,
Side hustlers.
Although we do know who's probably going to got another really good opportunity. Philly, baby.
Man.
Philly does look crazy. They just got a
Kinda.
team. I mean,
Hold on. Kind of. They
got
look
a team.
insane. What are you
They
talking about?
They drafted nice. I'm gonna just say that. I'm
This
gonna
is
say
me
something.
hating, Jerry. Let me hate for a little while on
I'm finna
the
say
NFC
something
East.
real spicy right now. I'm finna say something real spicy right now. I believe that this year's draft that just happened,
Mm-hmm.
the Chiefs draft was so bad. It was they did not do what they were supposed to do.
Okay.
I believe that this is, I ain't gonna say the end of the Chiefs because they could just bounce back whatever. But I think this is that drought. I think they're gonna be a 4 or 5 year drought of
For the Chiefs.
because because the thing that the Chiefs need to address was offensive line help,
Mm.
and they didn't draft. And I know people probably gonna get on here and go, well, they drafted too. Dude, their offensive lines they drafted was so horrible. That wasn't the ones to pick.
Okay.
I don't. It's going to be.
I don't
really
see
bad.
that. Well, I don't see that, but yeah, I
I'm
think they
gonna
got
tell you
nice
this.
nucleus.
I'm gonna tell you this. The first pick that they got, I think it was from Ohio State. They missed out on him because he was broken half the year. He didn't play at Ohio State #1. I think he came over from UCLA. The problem with that was the guy that got drafted, I think either not to the Patriots, but the guy that got drafted right after him, the other guy in Ohio State is way better than him. I think they missed on that one. I don't know if they just got their names mixed up or whatever. They missed out on him. He's a way better offensive lineman than the one they drafted. Then the second offensive lineman that they drafted is he just never played. I think it was at Tennessee. He just never played. And like I said, I'm looking at this at a fantasy football. I'm doing all my fantasy football stuff right now because would I get Mahomes or anybody on Kansas City? Yeah, I'm probably But
absolutely.
are they going? But
I got a chance to get Mahomes. I'm gonna get them. Yeah, for sure.
And are they going to get deep in the playoffs again this year? I mean, that's going to be tough because, like I said,
I think so.
I think with the crowd, what they seen, what Philly did to them in the Super Bowl. I mean, you think people ain't looking to do that to them this year? I'm just saying.
Hey, you got to stop the ball, man.
You got to stop the ball.
So if you don't, you're gonna get scored on. You're gonna get first downs and scored on.
So I'm just saying. I mean, like I said, shout out to everybody in their fantasy football stuff right now. I'm almost done with mine. I'm almost done with my fantasy football stuff, all my research and stuff. So I'm gonna send you all the data that I gather. And you're gonna look at it and go,
I'd like to compare it to some of the other prognosticators and whatnot. I want to see what you got.
Okay. Like I said, I'm coming. And let me just say this for the people out there: I'm high on New England.
Oof. No way. Nope. No, sir. I didn't like it.
I'm high on New England. I think they drafted very good this year. And I'm gonna tell you this: I'm high on San Francisco too. I don't like their coach. They fired their coach. Coach need to go.
So you good with Purdy?
Listen,
he's pretty good with it.
Purdy good. We don't. I should edit. We don't need that saying.
Purdy good with it.
Pretty good with it, baby. Roll Tide.
I think if he don't turn over the ball, he's a game manager. He don't do nothing like he gonna be like Lamar Jackson out there.
He ain't be anything. He's not that dynamic anyway. So.
And they drafted really good, like really good. And I'm a big believer. I'm a huge believer on the first 3 to 4 drafts that you do. I think it dictates like 1 or 2 years. The way that you draft, I think it goes about the year. 100%.
I mean, if you get a stud, man, yeah, for sure, it could change your whole franchise, man.
Jerry, wrong sport. Don't do
You
that.
never know.
Yeah.
You never know. No stud fees though.
Jerry.
Don't pay
nope.
stud fees.
Jerry, no. Jerry, no.
Wait, what color is the ball? Is it orange? Listen, for the audio listeners, y'all are missing out. We are in here wilding.
So, speaking about orange balls, the WNBA rookie royalty released, and we gonna talk about it last week, but I wanted to see it open. I wanted to see some numbers, and
right.
Besides, okay, Panini had a thing. Panini, okay. Here's the thing with
it was
Panini.
like Chronicles, where they just threw a bunch of shit in one box.
Well,
Chronicles
very
do
fancy.
be doing that.
They do be doing that. They do be doing
very
that.
fancy, but that's
yeah. Okay, so in my belief, I think first of all, listen. I get on Panini all the time, but they do something right. Hold on, I would definitely give them credit. Now, only thing they did right was they put a box out and they go, okay, listen, we're gonna put all rookies out. You don't need all this stuff because we can build everything out. We need to throw these Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese rookies out immediately
before we lose license. Yeah,
they're not gonna lose. Well,
not lose license, but
no, until it gets further, like the third year. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't want to miss on a we want a lot of people want the RC logo.
Don't miss the moment.
Yes, yeah. While the kettle's hot, let's keep it going. It's a whole of we're gonna waste time and money creating. Listen, I would love an Angel Wilson flawless, Angel Wilson national treasure. I would love that.
Yes.
But they're like, we can create that. It doesn't matter. We need to get these rookies out immediately right now. Let's create a box. Let's just throw some stuff in there. High end stuff. They're starting at 30 grand. They're gonna sell for 30 grand. It's gonna go back down, blah, 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 whatever. I like that on with them. Now, here we go. 180. This was your opportunity to show everybody that you actually cared about the hobby. Why? You had a whole year. Why are we still getting player-worn jerseys? These are $30,000 boxes y'all put on this. And it
started at 30. It started at 30.
No. Hold on. Okay, yes. But they the ones that started it at 30.
They did start.
They're the ones. So if I see a premium product,
right,
30 grand for 2-3 cards. 2 to 3 cards.
2 cards.
Y'all did not do the whole WNBA. We just needed 25 to 100 pieces of a jersey from Angel Reese to Caitlin Clark. You couldn't do that? You couldn't get one from a game? Y'all could have do something that
get on your soapbox of money. Yeah.
That was, when I saw that, I was like, ain't no way this is still player worn. Because y'all put the price on there for 30 grand. We didn't ask for 30 grand. Y'all put a Dutch auction on there for 30 grand.
30 grand.
Let me tell you something. If I buy something for 30 grand, card wise, it cannot say player worn on there unless it's, Michael Jordan or whatever. But even then, you're not gonna find a player worn. Probably whatever. But still, I'll do that. But other than that, nah, man, that's wild.
What do you think that number's gonna end up being, bro?
Well, it
it
this is
at
at $3,000.
3,000.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3,000. It hit the floor.
And
No.
a couple of our local homies hit some. Shout out to our LC Brooks, got 2 boxes.
Hold up, it stopped at 3 games.
Yeah, that's the floor. Yeah. And then everybody start buying them then. But I know people that bought it like at 8 to 6,000, between 8 and 3. People was buying them because you don't know.
You don't know. Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
I passed fellas on that right there.
But let me tell you something. Them kabooms are selling right now. Them kabooms. Listen, I thought I can get the Camila Cardozo one, the kaboom. I think that sold for like $700-800. I know the Rickea Jackson Gold sold for 16, I believe.
And we talking raw cards. You ain't had a chance to get them graded yet. We talking raw cards. Golly, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought I was gonna get a deal. I thought I was gonna get, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh yeah, I get the Camila Cardozo one. Nope.
That's wild. That is wild.
I'm gonna have to get. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out. I'm gonna get a. I don't know. Maybe a Leah Edwards or something. You know. But then I look at. I mean, the Brinks. You're not gonna get the Brinks for cheap. Nothing. Old girl of Seattle. She just now playing. You're not gonna get her stuff. The Kate Martins are definitely out there too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean. But it looks amazing, though. That's the crazy part about it. It looks very good. It's just the patches. Y'all could have really did something.
Yeah, they got some dope patches, man. Dope, insignia, logo, names, logos.
Did they have logo? Would it be logo woman? Did they have Did they have any logo women's? I don't think I saw that. Any logo women patches?
I felt like they did, but I'm not 100%.
Who was the logo woman? Who's logo woman?
Isn't it Lisa Leslie?
It needs to be. Nah, if it was before Lisa Leslie, wasn't
it? I'm trying to figure out. I don't know. I mean, for the NBA, but just curious about the W. Just curious about it.
It needs to be. It's not based on any player.
That sounds like something. A card.
They need to change.
A card talking
they
about.
Make that. No, they need to make that Lisa Leslie. They ain't gonna change that. Make that logo woman into Lisa Leslie. They only want to make sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I said, so that happened, and hey, no.
Shell swoops.
On the logo?
Yeah, why not?
Because Lisa Leslie is more. You want to put somebody that's
maybe she's more decorated.
Way more decorated. Now Swoops did.
She won some titles.
Didn't she beat Lisa Leslie?
Hey man, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't put it past the dog. For real.
No, put Lisa Leslie on there.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if it was Lisa Leslie.
No, putting Leslie on there. So shout out. Oh, and also before we go, like I said, we say this every week. If you're not watching the WNBA, just to listen, they scrapping. Like I feel like this is 90s NBA going on right now. Because you know what I'm saying? It's like because Angel gonna get her bounds. Don't get us, girl. We support you.
Hey, wholeheartedly we support you, Angel Reese.
Yeah, don't come after us with that.
Nobody's prop betting.
You ought to see.
That's hilarious.
Child has of yours.
But yeah, she got this picture on Instagram, and she's getting mangled getting these rebounds.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
She big mad about it.
She had filed up for it. And let's see, like I told you, Kayla Clark is still out.
Rightfully so.
She's still injured. But
Man,
let me just break this down.
Is that in the W.
These veterans, they're going to break all these rookies, especially especially Jordan had to go through it. Kobe went through it. You know what I'm saying? Magic went through it. I mean, what happens. Okay? She will be all right. I'm saying, but shout out. And also shout out to the Atlanta Dream.
Yeah.
They're looking really good to win it all. Thought I'd never say that.
Hey, I mean, you got a chip in the chair, man. You never know. Keep playing.
So shout out to them. But other than that, like I said, we're gonna be at National July 30th through the August 3rd. Catch us there.
Mm-hmm.
We might have some stuff to give away. Hit up Jerry. Jerry, where they gonna hit you up at?
Over here on Instagram, Jerry.Petrie. Hit me up.
Okay.
July 25
what
is
else?
cut
You got
off
TikTok?
unless you're local.
What
Yeah, Jerry Petrie on TikTok.
Everything. Yeah, just type in Jerry Petrie on there. And follow Yabo also on whatnot. Okay. Instagram, all that. Mm-hmm. Also, like I said, follow us everywhere you listen to podcasts at. Shout out to iHeartRadio. Big shout out to them. Numbers is
much love.
Crazy going up. Crazy going up. Also, like I said, Connect Collect at connectcollect.shop. That's Quiet Twinning for the first 20% off over there. And like I said, we appreciate y'all hanging out, like I said. And we will and Sunday, also the Jerry Petrie show. I know y'all been asking about it. It's coming in a huge way. Big way.
Yeah.
In a big way. Also, like I said, we got some stuff lined up in the future going on, especially like just handing out at shows and stuff we're talking about. So look out for that. Listen, yeah, we're growing. And also the football show. You know what? I can probably next week I'll get y'all a date and announce title of the show, who's gonna be on the show, all that. So that's gonna be a huge weekly show on NFL because he don't want to do college. We'll do NFL, which is cool.
Be great. We all love the NFL.
Amen. Amen. I ain't gonna lie. It's just different. It's different. It feels so different without football for some reason.
True that.
So, but like I said, appreciate y'all. And until next week, it'll be the National Show episode 3.
Yeah.
We are out. We are out of here. Peace.
Yay, Bo.